Hi everyone! The goal of this lecture is to explore how to adopt circular economy in the fashion industry. To that end, our guiding questions are: what can we learn about circular economy from some exemplars in the fashion industry? And how can circular fashion be made truly actionable? Let's revisit the definition of circular economy. Circular economy is an alternative economic paradigm focusing on innovative technologies, green industrial capacities, and environmental policy interventions. Circular economies are envisioned to become restorative and regenerative industrial systems by design. We have different strategies and actions to accelerate the transition to circular economies. Designing for circular economy could be enabled by reduce, reuse, recycle or reclaim, repair, refurbish, repurpose, redesign, remanufacturing, research and development, reskill, reverse logistics, and revision. Systemic changes are required for circular economy. The fashion industry at its entirety should adopt this vision and foster industrial collaborations. Furthermore, innovation is needed to transform today's linear settings. Supply chain transformation to become circular needs a new infrastructure, as contemporary system puts economic benefits before environmental and social considerations. Knowledge exchange is needed between supply chain actors. Radical material innovation and science must be combined with radical innovation at production processes, for which technical and financial resources must be developed and deployed across fashion supply chains. Supply chain integration is fundamental. This can be ensured not only by internal integration between material development and design team, but also by external integration with upstream and downstream supply chain partners. That is to say, we need leadership and commitment for less consumption, more sustainable, responsible, and efficient production. To elaborate on product and process innovation, it is fundamental to highlight some exemplars. To this end, the first case will be on Stella McCartney. Stella McCartney is a true pioneer in sustainable, ethical, and responsible fashion. From design and material development to the production and supply chain management, her brand is sustainable and is truly committed to circular economy. In an interview granted to Vogue Business, she says, "The minute I design anything, I am potentially creating some kind of waste the planet doesn't need. Maybe if I can show someone an alternative, others will follow." This shows us that commitment and leadership are important antecedents to circular fashion. Let's further focus on what she is accomplishing in terms of product and process innovations. Stella McCartney is approaching circularity very seriously. She has invested in materials innovation to create ethical, responsible, and truly sustainable designs. For example, she stopped using virgin cashmere, resulting in environmental impact reduction by 92%. Virgin cashmere has the highest environmental footprint, about 100 times that of wool. Instead, Stella McCartney is now using Reverso, regenerated cashmere made from post-factory cashmere waste in Italy. Reverso is the first and only platform for re-engineering cashmere materials for fashion. Stella McCartney and Adidas are soon launching a limited edition sweatshirt that is 100% recyclable. The Infinite hoodie is made by transforming post-consumer waste cotton into a pulp, which can be converted into yarn. Stella McCartney is teaming up with the textile innovation company Enru that has the technology to create totally new materials from waste. It is stated that when a normal cotton garment breaks down, around 10% of the material is lost. However, Enru's technology doesn't allow any material wastage, so this clothing is made to be remade in full compliance with circular economy principles. Nothing goes to waste. Additionally, Stella McCartney and Adidas are to create a tennis dress from a blend of cellulose yarn and microsilk in collaboration with Bold Threads, that is a materials innovation company that has created a synthetic spider silk. Ellen MacArthur is another example and enabler of circular economy. In 2017, the foundation launched a new textiles economy, Redesigning Fashion's Future report to take actions toward systemic changes. Following the project in the fashion industry, a new guideline has just been published to transform the way the fashion brands produce jeans. The Jeans Redesign Guidelines establish requirements in terms of garment durability, material health, recyclability, and traceability. Specifically, the report states that in terms of recyclability, jeans should be made with a minimum of 98% cellulose fibers by weight. Metal rivets should be designed out or reduced to a minimum. Any additional material added to the jeans should be easy to disassemble. In terms of materials health, jeans should be produced using cellulose fibers from regenerative, organic, or transitional farming methods. Jeans should be free of hazardous chemicals and conventional electroplating. Let's explore more how circular economy, new business models, and more material contribution in terms of innovation can be made. Among exemplars, there are two denim producers taking some innovative approaches toward circular fashion. First concept, mud jeans, Lisa jeans. In 2013, Mud Jeans introduced the Lisa jeans concept. Consumers rent the jeans, and after a year of use, they can return them to the brand. Mud Jeans remains the owner of the material and reuses it in two ways. First, worn models in good quality can be upcycled to a vintage model that is to be named after the former user. Second, the material can be recycled into a brand new product. Second concept, G-Star Row. If business continues as it is, global emissions from cotton production might reach 300 metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent by 2020, which is around 2.7% above contemporary level. G-Star Row, therefore, continuously invests in product and process innovation. To that end, G-Star Row has produced the most sustainable jeans ever. Each garment is 98% recyclable and is made from 100% organic cotton. 98% of water is recycled, while 2% is evaporated. New indigo, on the other hand, results in 70% less chemicals. During this lecture, you have seen that circular fashion can actually happen through radical materials and process innovations. We bring together some nice examples to illustrate the building blocks to envision circular fashion. Hope you find them inspiring and radical. We definitely need to work harder and scale up these initiatives. Multi-stakeholders collaborations and science are here to help us to accelerate this transition to low-carbon circular economies.